Action!
To narrate in detail either the whole story of my labors or even parts of it would take a long time.
And so begins this look back at the life of St. Patrick in the film I Am Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland.
Cut! Cutter! Cut!
Jared Anderson is the writer and director.
You don't have to embellish the story of St. Patrick at all. I mean, it's such a dramatic story, such a powerful story. It's just a delight to be able to have a story like that that's true.
Patrick answers God's call and travels to Ireland to deliver the gospel to the pagan country, even enduring slavery.
People get a little lost with the legends and the myths about St. Patrick, and the real man, the real St. Patrick, is far more fascinating than the legend and myth. And in fact, I think the more human Patrick that people don't really know about is really far more inspirational.
To tell that inspirational true story.
My name is Robert McCormick and I am playing young Patrick in this film.
My name is Sean T. O'Malley and I am playing Middle Patrick.
I'm John Rhys-Davies and I play the older St. Patrick.
Jared casts 3 actors to play the leading role.
I mean, when you're casting, it's like a casting nightmare to have 3 different people you're trying to cast, but eye color, facial structure, they totally work. So on action, you can just look to there.
John Rhys-Davies, best known for his roles in Lord of the Rings and Indiana Jones, was initially only doing voice narration for the feature-length docudrama.
We never planned on having John Rhys-Davies actually play old Patrick, but after the voiceover record, it had to be him.
I was drawn to this project because I love the character of Patrick. I think he's a fascinating modern. Every time you come and look at that extraordinary life of his, you learn something else. You get more of the feel of the man. I know a little bit about Patrick. I knew it before. But actually to shoot it in the sort of context that he knew and lived in is very remarkable. Coming to Ireland wasn't like coming as a tourist to visit the lovely castles and things like that. It was coming to hell. Human sacrifice, idolatry of the worst sort, endless enslavement. It was the apotheosis of human misery. And it took a very brave and remarkable man to come back into the certain jaws of death to try and change it.
Patrick's brave and bold story is one everyone on set takes lessons from.
From an actor's point of view, the internal struggle and the conflict is really interesting because on one hand, Patrick believes that he's come here to spread God's message, but on the other hand, he's facing some very real and dangerous obstacles.
It is true that not a lot of people know the story of St. Patrick. Even myself, reading the script, I found out stuff that I didn't know before. That is really, really interesting.
And there's one more interesting star in this film, and that's the country itself.
I think it's important to film in Ireland when you're doing a movie about St. Patrick because there's nowhere else that looks like Ireland. Plus, you know, when you're reaching out to an audience about St. Patrick, to not film in Ireland is almost a slap in the face. And we've had such a great crew, great cast, I would never have wanted to film this anywhere else.
Ephraim Graham, CBN News.